Hi everyone. Here I am, ready to do my first listen ever of Strawberry Fields Forever. And I understand this is a classic. It's by the Beatles, and I have heard one other song by them in the story of this experience and all. It was way back. I think it was the second song I listened to, so it's been a while and a lot has passed since then. And here I am coming back to them. Strawberry Fields Forever. Vlad says he's not going to tell me a thing about it. I told him I've picked lots of strawberries in my life, and I've worked in strawberry fields as a teenager quite a bit. And he shakes his head and says, no, it has absolutely nothing to do with that. So I guess that guess is out the window. But I have seen you mention this in the comments, and I am curious to see what it is going to be if it's not about picking strawberries. So let's give it a try.
Let me take you down, 'cause I'm going to strawberry fields. Nothing is real, and nothing to get hung about. Strawberry fields forever. Living is easy with eyes closed. Misunderstanding all you see. It's getting hard to be someone, but it all works out. It doesn't matter much to me. Let me take you down.
Interesting. Yeah, it has nothing to do with picking strawberries or working in a field, obviously. It sounds very carefree and laid back, and the flute gives it a very, shall I say, peaceful, but it's more than peaceful. It's idyllic sound, something that is just completely carefree. Nothing to be concerned with. The flute is doing that, and the lyrics are confirming that. What is Strawberry Fields? I'm going to have to look this up because I can't figure out the connection even yet. I am remembering the first song I listened to by Beatles, which was She's Leaving Home. And I remember that the voices and the interpretive qualities seemed rather disconnected from the story. It was a sort of telling of the story from a distance. Here also, I feel like there's this kind of absence in the music. And I remember when I criticized the disconnected sound in the first piece that I listened to, a lot of you came back and said, no, it's intentional. It's supposed to be that way. And now I'm hearing yet another one where it seems like, again, they are presenting it in a sort of somewhat removed. Only this time, it's not removed from the music. It's giving the impression of being removed from the cares of life. There's this distance. Everything is at arm's length, and we're back here just reclining, taking it easy. Very interesting quality to find in the music itself. And I guess if that's intentional, they're doing a fine job of it so far. I want to back up just a little bit because I was so caught up in that sound world, sound quality. Let's go from here.
Living is easy with eyes closed, misunderstanding all you see. It's getting hard to be someone, but it all works out. It doesn't matter much to me. Let me take you down, 'cause I'm going to strawberry fields. Nothing is real.
Interesting. I can hear how the bass line is kind of descending a little bit. I wish I knew what this Strawberry Fields business is all about. Is it a place? Is it a quality? Is it what is it? I feel like I need to know. I really need to know. Another thing I'm enjoying is the way that they are handling the cross rhythms in a very free way. That's not a new thing to me, but I feel like they're doing a really fine job of it. What do I mean by cross rhythms? Well, I mean, for example, where maybe this would be a good place to show you what's happening right here. Let me back up just a little.
Down, 'cause I'm going.
It's going to be back here.
Living is easy.
Where he's saying, living is easy. And as an instrumentalist, I'm used to looking at multiple lines of music at once, because that's the way my instrument works. Not all instruments do, but mine does work that way. And so I can see this as being, we have the first beat here, and then the accompaniment is taking us in a 4-beat pattern. But over that 4-beat pattern, we have this 6-beat pattern happening. And so these 3 notes don't exactly line up with these 2. They have to be spaced differently. There are different ways of doing that. We can be very strict with it, or as they're doing it here, it's a little bit, you can even say it's a little bit swung. It has a little bit of that swing rhythm in it, not in a very assertive way, but it's present there. And again, it contributes to this really laid back quality of the music. Listen to it here.
Living is easy with eyes closed, misunderstanding all you see. It's getting hard to be someone, but it all works out. It doesn't matter much to me.
See how freely the voice handles the melody. It's not trying to stay locked in to the instrumental accompaniment, which is really quite measured. Anyway, let's go on and see what comes next.
Let me take you down, 'cause I'm going to strawberry fields. Nothing is real, and nothing to get hung about. Strawberry fields forever.
I hear the brass there.
No one I think is in my tree. I mean, it must be high or low. That is, you can't, tune in, but it's alright. That is, I think it's not too bad.
These lyrics are making me laugh. Somebody is trying so hard to be imprecise and non-assertive, and they don't really care. Very nice. The instruments I'm hearing, they're interesting too. They're quite sophisticated. sophisticated, I guess I would say. I don't mean that I don't mean that they're highly sophisticated, okay? But for something like this, I feel like, yeah, they add an extra layer of interest to the music. Because if this were just sung with perhaps a percussion track underneath or something, it wouldn't have all these. And maybe it's kind of like the lyrics, where all these different layers are helping to keep it from being too straightforward. Somebody doesn't want to have any commitment to anything, anywhere. And even when they want to say something, they don't want to say it very assertively, very directly.
That is, you can't, you know.
But you hear the bass there. It's quite a sort of bum, bum, bum. There's some substance in there somewhere.
That is, you can't, you know, tune in, but it's alright. That is, I think it's not too bad. Let me take you down, 'cause I'm going to strawberry fields. Nothing is real, and nothing to get hung about. Strawberry fields forever.
I guess I also like the way that in that chorus, which melodically was the same as the other times it has come in the piece, every time it comes, there's a new element added. This time, it was that really dynamic percussion line underneath that kind of gave it an extra energy and vibrancy. Which is good, because whoever this is, they're giving this idea of, I know the word, languid. That's what I want to say.
It's not too bad. Let me take you down, 'cause I'm going to
That's it.
strawberry fields. Nothing is real, and nothing to get hung about. Strawberry fields forever.
Nice cello down there too.
Always know, sometimes think it's me, but you know I know when it's a dream. I think I know, I mean, yes, but it's all wrong. That is, I think I disagree. Let me take you.
I like that little cello there. It's like the lyrics are giving this very languid feel, but the instruments, as soon as we get to the point where we're so taken up with this indecision and imprecision, then suddenly there's an instrument that says, hold on, we're in charge. And in this moment, it was the cello. Yap-pa-pa-pa-pum.
That is, I think I disagree. Let me take you down, 'cause I'm going to strawberry fields. Nothing is real, and nothing to get hung about. Strawberry fields forever. Strawberry fields forever. Strawberry fields forever.
There's another thing that keeps the music from feeling too square and assertive, and that is the way it's changing time signatures throughout. I guess in the Bard song, I talked a bit about how time signatures can give different effects, can set a stage in the music for different things, and how we can change the time signatures for certain impacts as well. And here, it's very much they're passing through different rhythmic groupings, so we don't never get too square, too settled. Kind of like, that is, I think, I mean, but I don't mean to say, and maybe a bit like this, but not too direct. That's kind of what the timing of the piece is doing too. Almost feels like a train. Clicking down the track. Are we traveling somewhere? I don't know. I don't know. All right. There was my first exposure to Strawberry Fields. And I've got to find out what on earth this Strawberry Fields is. Because this Strawberry Fields Forever, I don't know. But I like the piece of music. I like what it does. And I like how beautifully, naturally, and easily the musical technical elements, such as rhythms and melody and all of those things, are intertwined with the lyrics, which are both intertwined with the instrumentation and the performance. I feel like it's a very neat and native melding of all the different elements. And it creates this wonderful atmosphere quality, and it makes me say, I've got to know what Strawberry Fields is, because I feel like I'm missing out on something here, not knowing. So you're going to see me when I come back in a few days, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go look up and see what is Strawberry Fields and how does that go into this music, because obviously that's what this is all about. And so I guess I'll talk a bit more about the how the music does what it does, because it's pretty cool what it's doing. But here we are, and I feel like I need to go find out what this Strawberry Fields is. I guess I'll do it as soon as maybe I'll do it right now. Okay, so hold on. You can watch me do this on camera. What is Strawberry Fields Forever about? Let's see what comes up. Wikipedia might help me. Oh! Strawberry Field was the name of a Salvation Army children's home, close to John Lennon's childhood home. And they used to play in the wooded garden behind the home. Ah, that explains it. Okay. And that's why it's talking about the tree. Nobody's in my tree. Because, okay. And maybe that's what it says he used to hear the Salvation Army band playing at the garden party. That must be why there's brass in here. Okay. All right, this is going to be fun. I'll be back. You'll see the link right here for the second half after I've spent a few days with it, and we'll see where it goes from there. See you soon.